Your Excellency, the Vice President of Ghana, Professor Johnny Nana, Your Excellency, Carlos Manuel, President of Sao Tome and Principe, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, Excellencies, ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, on behalf of the President of the Prosperity Party, His Excellency Dr. Abiy Ahmed, and the government and the people of Ethiopia, I extend our deepest sympathies and heartfelt condolences to the government and the people of Ghana on the passing of your heroes, including esteemed Ministers of Defense and Environment. We share in your grief during this difficult time and stand with you in solidarity. May their souls rest in eternal peace. It's a profound honor to address this African Political Party Summit in the vibrant city of Accra, Ghana, a beacon of democracy and stability in West Africa. I extend my sincere gratitude to our gracious hosts and organizers for convening this important initiative. The theme of our summit, from politics to prosperity, strengthening inter-party collaboration for Africa's development and economic transformation, is a call to action, a recognition that the future of our continent depends on the choices we, as political leaders, make today. For a long time, politics in many of our countries has been driven by power struggles, short-term agendas, and rivals draining national energy. We must move beyond zero-sum thinking, seeing political parties not as ends in themselves, but as instruments for inclusive, prosperous, and peaceful nations. In Ethiopia, this shift has been central to our political reform. The Prosperity Party was not born merely as a merger of organizations. It was the conscious choice to replace narrow identity politics with a unifying multinational vision. We anchored that vision in Meddemer, loosely translated as synergy, our guiding principle articulated by His Excellency Dr. Abiy Ahmed, President of the Prosperity Party and Prime Minister of Ethiopia. Meddemer represents our journey toward holistic prosperity, built through unity, mutual contribution, and a collective purpose. This is not just rhetoric. Ethiopia's constitution and electoral mandate give the Prosperity Party the right to fill 100% of executive positions. Yet, in the interest of national unity and democratic consolidation, we have chosen a different path. We have included leaders from opposition parties in the government, assigning 4 ministers and 3 state ministers from the opposition parties, and involving them in the government's process at all administrative levels. We did this not because it was easy, but because it was right, because inclusion builds national consensus, and national consensus builds unity, stability, and sustainable development. Beyond this, Ethiopia has established the Political Parties Joint Council, bringing together all legally registered political parties, ruling and opposition alike. into a permanent platform for dialogue, consultation, and consensus building. It has been instrumental in fostering mutual understanding, diffusing tensions, and keeping the national interests above partisan divides. To ensure inclusivity, we have placed women's empowerment at the heart of our national agenda, not as a symbolic gesture, but as a driver of national transformation. Ethiopia's federal cabinet is now 50% women, with women leading key democratic institutions, the judiciary, and the electoral board. For us, gender parity is a non-negotiable principle of governance. Similarly, youth political participation is vital for a country's long-term development, as it brings fresh perspectives, innovative ideas, and a deeper understanding of the needs of a large demographic, ensuring policies reflect the whole population. Involving youth in leadership builds inclusivity and resilience. Ethiopia exemplifies this with 49% of leadership positions across all administrative tiers held by young people, showcasing a strong commitment and strategic investment in the nation's future. Our guiding vision has also allowed us to institutionalize policy continuity beyond political cycles. We have prioritized homegrown reforms to achieve sustainable development and absolute sovereignty. Our flagship agenda, From Dependency to Productivity, aims to free millions from aid dependence and unlock the productive potential of our people. But vision alone is not enough. Consensus is critical in a diverse society like Ethiopia. Our government has taken significant steps to foster a genuine, inclusive national dialogue, working tirelessly to bridge historical divides and build a common understanding of our nation's challenges and opportunities. Our conviction is simple. Prosperity that is not shared is neither sustainable nor just. That is why we have worked to ensure that growth reaches every citizen. We have increased access to education and healthcare, launched development programs to harness untapped potential across all sectors, and implemented urban corridor development to create integrated and efficient urban connectivity while promoting economic growth. Additionally, we have designed and executed targeted homegrown social protection programs for the most vulnerable members of our community. Through the Green Legacy Initiative, we have planted over 48 billion trees, an achievement that carries economic, environmental, and symbolic weight. The lessons we have drawn are not uniquely Ethiopian, they are African lessons. We must move beyond personality-driven politics to build strong, value-based institutions. We must collaborate with rivals when the national interest demands it. And we must measure our political success not by electoral victories, but the tangible improvements we deliver to our citizens' lives. To this end, we African political parties must focus on three strategic imperatives. First, promote continuous inter-party dialogue by institutionalizing platforms where ruling and opposition parties work together on peace, security, and economic reform proactively, not only in crisis. Second, champion a genuine youth agenda, ensuring access to education, entrepreneurship, and political participation, making politics a space young people can shape. Third, lead the green and digital transition, leapfrogging traditional development paths by harnessing technology, renewable energy, and innovation to build competitive, sustainable economies. I am optimistic about Africa's future because a new generation of leaders and citizens refuse mediocrity. They demand integrity, inclusivity, and results. By strengthening political parties with vision, principled leadership, and a commitment to inclusive development, we can exceed these expectations. The real question is whether we, as leaders, have the courage to put collective progress above narrow interests and commit to politics that unites rather than divides. History will remember not our titles, but whether we left nations stronger, societies fairer, and our continent more confident. Let us choose dialogue over division, inclusion over exclusion, and partnership over rivalry. Because if we can do that, from politics to prosperity will not just be the theme of a summit, it will be the lived reality of our people. I thank you.